going to kick off on the floor. David is going to do his funky stuff with his mic.
Okay, again, sir, if we can just, I'll pass this microphone along to you. If you just want to stand up and give us your name, organisation in question, thank you.
Good afternoon. Super line of presentations. Adam Hardy, Johnson Carmichael. Brian, particularly interested in the whole luxury piece, and you've clearly travelled the world. You've worked with some of the globe's most exciting brands and still are. As you look at Scotland and what we've got here, what should we be taking premium and into, and working harder with? Which particular brands get your attention, please?
So, I mean, there are some examples of, we're in a great example of Scottish luxury, where we are here. You have golf, you have whisky, you have other things going on, tourism generally. Consumer products, we get nothing. Retail, we get nothing. I even think of the retail when I grew up, the specific Scottish retailer was around. It's all gone, it's all become national. And I think it's great to use a national identity. A Swiss watch sells for more because it's a Swiss watch. You see Prada, Milano, you see Christian Dior, Paris, and what do you see? Scotland, really, and actually, as I said earlier, people really like us. They really like what we stand for. They would like the brand Scotland. In my world of fashion, we can look back at great designs, tartans. I go crazy when I see that Karl Lagerfeld is now designing stuff for Chanel and Barry. Why didn't somebody in Scotland, do that then? The potential was there. The world sees it here. Ralph does a lot with Scottish tartans, Black Watch tartan and whatever. Alexander McQueen, we get zero for any of that. So why aren't we here, using that heritage, using the history, using fur oils, we have unique wools in Scotland. The cashmere is soft thanks to the same water that's getting used in the leather. So the potential is enormous, but we just don't seem to have. Everything I see in textiles is all about price. We're trying to compete with the Chinese and whatever. Forget it. There's just no way. You've got to add value. You've got to believe in brand. You've got to believe in luxury. You've got to believe in exclusivity. And it does seem to be contradictory to our character in some ways. But the opportunities definitely there. Consumer, accessories, fashion for sure.
Any more questions? Who else has got a question? Put your hand up. Chris, thank you.
Dave, thank you. Ron, we all obviously knew you of old around Big Beat, and it was all about nightclubs. I mean, you did incredible things. And I remember being at the opening of your club in Leicester Square, just kind of mind blowing, the design of it, the sensibility you brought. You've started to focus around technology and things. Have you the other stuff now left behind? You're not. You've just moved on from that industry. Do you still bring those sensibilities to
No, look, I think the grounding eye in hospitality. I mean, I was in hospitality for 30 years, and we designed some of the best bars, restaurants, and nightclubs. You were in some of them. And look, it was a great grounding because you were talking to people, presenting to people every day, every night, and your success and failure was immediate. It was right in front of you, so you could see if you got something, really right, or you could see something that you could fix pretty fast. So when I went down to Sydney, the starting point for me was a large hospitality venue down there, and that gave us the grounding for it. But look, I was always interested in technology, always. And the whole Vicorp thing actually spawned from the sort of large nightclubs that I was putting together globally, and the idea was to move video. This is way before YouTube, so move video around. So look, I think hospitality is a great place to cut your teeth because the public are right in front of you. You can see what's happening very fast, and you can get great consumer reaction to what you've done virtually immediately. They walk through your door, so pretty quickly if you've got something right. And it was a fantastic grounding for what I'm doing now.
Great to have you back.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. If we get any more questions, remember, we've got a brief 15-minute break, so if you do have any questions, then by all means our speakers will speak to you during the break. So if you get any questions, then feel free, you can of course ask them during the break. But no, I think that's it from the floor.
Okay, fantastic.